It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Woodforde's Brewery, and it's a bottle of their Wherry Amber Ale coming in at 3.8% ABV. It's a Supreme Champion Beer of Britain. Woodfordes.com, check them out. I've heard all about this beer. Not had it in the 10 years I've been reviewing beer on YouTube. Yeah, 10 years, guys, 10 years. So, should be interesting. One of these beers I've always heard about, never had the opportunity to try. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. I picked this up in my local Morrison's supermarket. Morrison's are kind of really pushing the beers at the moment. Lots of craft beer, lots of traditional beer. This very much a traditional beer, and it's very popular with the home brew society, the home brew community, I should have said. The home brew community love this beer. They sell kits of this, and you can brew it up yourself, this Woodforde's Wherry. We got a 2-finger Whitehead amber coloured beer. Yes, definitely, it was nicely carbonated. It's definitely a filtered beer. There's no haze, there's no, it's properly pasteurised, that one. Very clear. Aroma. Ooh. I mean, let's be very clear here. I have my real ale hat on today. This is, in terms of reviewing this particular beer, this is real ale hat. This is traditional British brewing. And you really get that in the aroma. Woody, twiggy, nutty, biscuity, bready, almost wort-like. It smells delicious. It really does smell. I mean, having my real ale head on, this smells really full of the malts are really doing their talking in this beer. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. That's delicious. That is absolutely delicious. That is, for me, country pub, middle of nowhere, 8 hand pulls on, fire roaring, bowl of chunky chips, newspaper, and a pint of proper real ale. It's been pasteurised, I know, but in the pub this would be a proper real ale. It's really decent. It's a really good example of a traditional British real ale. There's a lovely level of sweetness to this beer. Biscuity, bready, nutty, chewy, wood-like, twiggy-like, as some people would say. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. And then there's your traditional kind of bittering hops on the back end. And all this flavour from a 3.8% ABV beer. I can see why this is won, what do they call it? The Supreme Champion Beer of Britain. I can see why it's won that accolade, that kind of gold medal, if you like, best beer in Britain. There's no date on here. I don't know when this award was won. I don't know if it was awarded back in the 1990s, early 2000s. But if you go back to the early 2000s, and this did win back in the early 2000s, it probably would have gone up against a lot of other kind of big multi-brews that would have been fashionable back at that time. Okay, 2019, we're living in a completely different world now of hazy American style hoppy beers which everybody seems to want to drink, but there's still a place for this. There really is still a place for this. Best example, I can think of it over and over again in my mind. I've been to plenty of weddings, plenty of parties, plenty of barbecues. Let's take the wedding. You go to the wedding, celebrate the lovely couple getting married, then you go off to the function. If they've organised the wedding properly, they probably got married in the morning and then it's an all dayer. An all dayer. Mikey Ray, all dayer. Mikey Ray used to be a rugby fullback for Wales back in the 90s. An all dayer at the function, the whatever you want to call it, the party. And if you're going to be drinking all day, you need a 3.8. You need a 3.8. I don't care who you are. You're not going to be drinking 6% IPAs all day and all night. You'd be flat on your back by 5 o'clock in the afternoon. This is that kind of, for me, that champion, really nice tasting, low ABV beer that you can just drink pint after pint after pint of. Tremendous. That is a tremendous example of a traditional British real ale. Right, the supreme champion beer of Britain, Wherry is a zesty amber ale with floods of flavour, notes of marmalade and hints of sweet malt. I don't agree with that on the back of the bottle. I would say lots of malty flavours, little bit of kind of that marmalade kind of, I know what they're trying to say, like marmalade on rye or something like that. I would say I'm picking up loads of the malts in this beer. Winning awards regularly, it's our most popular beer, set sail on an epic taste adventure. Yeah, this, where are they based? Norfolk in England. That. I picked this up the other side of the country, Barry Island, Barry, South Wales. This is in my local Morrison's. And it's I think it's 4 for £6. 4 bottles for £6. I'm going to buy 4 of them. I'm going to buy 4 of them on the weekend and enjoy them. That's a fantastic, I'll say it one more time, a fantastic example of a real ale. Bottle version is pasteurised. It's not technically a real ale. Rating. Do you know, I would give it full marks, a 10 out of 10 if it was bottle conditioned. I would have loved to have seen that beer bottle conditioned. Tasting that good, why not? Why not make it a bottle conditioned beer? I'm going to take a mark away for it not being a bottle conditioned beer. If it was I think it's just taking something away from the experience. This would be a complete experience of a traditional British real ale if it was bottle conditioned. Stone the Crows, 9 out of 10 therefore. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Real Ale Craft Beer. It shocked me. No way was I thinking. I just thought, oh, I'll pick it up because it's popular with the... I had a look, what I do, I have a look at the beers on my phone as I see them on the supermarket shelf. And it's like tens of thousands of views, but people making it out of the home brew kit. So I thought, it's a popular beer, it's got some kind of traction, and that's the only reason why I picked it up, in all honesty. I never thought I'd be giving it a 9 out of 10, but yeah, that's a 9 out of 10 from me. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!